Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another installment of my basically after action report of the Red Badge of Courage game by Richard Berg and Roger McGowan and put out by GMT Games. We just finished up the 1700 turn, I believe. Yes. Last of the heat turns. I took a couple chances this time. Um, and moved guys. Union once again. They drew two chits on two of their divisions, and it just hurt. Especially since some of the guys were out of command on them. So we'll work our way right to left. How about that? Sherman. First off, Sherman got hurt. So they were leaderless, and he was one of the ones that drew two commands and was out of commands. So he only had one. And he drew early on, had advance orders, couldn't move any closer to the. Actually, I think he had attack orders, and his attack did not work very well against Jackson here in Breastworks. So as you can see, he's got collapsed brigades, a lot of disorder down here, and the fact that it happened early on really hurt. His artillery's still over here. Did a little something. I think it kind of put a hurt on some of Koch's regiments over here. But, I mean, even Jackson's got one, two of his brigades are now collapsed. And I'm trying to get Holmes in here to take over for a little while. Holmes' artillery's in place. Jackson's artillery's overlooking, so they're in good shape. I don't think Union's going to be able to take this, but I need to get some fresh troops up here. Actually, I think, yes, I did. I retreated him with the breastworks. I need to go in and make those shift select only. Let's see. So Sherman's basically, I mean, he's got a couple of good troops yet, but I don't think it's enough to push through and capture this. I don't think the Confederates are strong enough to push through and capture these, so I don't even know if I'm going to try. But Koch and Kershaw, both basically riddled Schnick and Keyes, and Schnick has since tried to reposition to come over here and try to push Evans off of this one, because our only hope for the Union now is to get one of these two positions back right here and right here. Koch is their only chance, which means it's probably not going to happen. They're really weak, and they've not really done anything to push. I mean, nobody's been able to get Evans broken down. They did get 1st Special Battalion disorganized again, but he's still a force to be reckoned with 400 men there. And I'll probably rally him right away. That's not going to be a hard issue. He's a 7. Let's see. We move on over Burnside. Burnside's now starting to find collapsed infantry, and basically the only thing he's got going for him right now is his artillery, and that's not too scary because everybody can basically hide from them where they're at. And if I move them around, I got to be careful moving them around because B had a successful attack and pushed, Porter disappeared. Sykes had to come in after the turn. But Sykes has little artillery here, and very little infantry right here to take over. So you might as well count Porter or at this point Sykes out of it. McDowell's doing his best to keep these guys in play, but really there's nothing that I need to do with B anymore. I can just sit here and I probably can move Burnside's artillery over maybe up here to try and pound down on them and make somebody have to come up after them. And that's probably what I'm going to do this turn. But to do that, Burnside's going to have to slip over, and that's going to leave a gaping hole right here. But I think Burnside's going to end up having to move right here, get his artillery there, get a little infantry screen in front of him, and hope that they can keep B, break him up a little bit, and then maybe we can shift Howard. This is Howard over here. And, oh boy. Hitting stuff instead of what I wanted to. Howard's still trying to get into position. Wilcox is basically, once Wilcox went down, he's got 3. He lost his artillery right here. They're collapsed. So yeah, he's brigade. We can do that right now. Brigade ineffective. I don't know what that does. I don't know this. I'm trying to make this module do stuff that I want it to do. Brigade ineffective. Oh, okay, there's a little bit of a tag in there. So they're both ineffective at this point, and he was one of the ones that was fresh. So Howard has now got to come in and try and reposition and be the force to take this over. But as you see, Early has entered the fray, and Early's going to be able to cross over and have something to say about that. So Howard's going to have to push himself through Bartow, Smith, and by then Evans is going to be in position to hold it. So I don't see the Union taking that position. Confederates aren't even trying for Groveton. This turn, Franklin's going to have to go into attack and try and push his cavalry out of the way. Basically, all the cavalry's got to do is keep retreating too, so that's not going to be an issue. I don't see them being able to pull this off. We'll try it, but I don't see them being able to pull it off with everything coming in the way it's supposed to, and the complete collapse of the center. It's been interesting, very interesting. The lack of Union cohesion is showing. So basically, that's where we're at. The cavalry over here's just been kind of withdrawing. The artillery put a little bit of a hurt on. Well, actually, it didn't even show up. It was disordered, and I just retreated the cavalry back and reordered them. They have a couple casualties here, couple casualties here. Like I said, I can't see in the couple turns allotted that they're going to put any pressure on this. The only other one in question's back here, and there's absolutely no chance of them getting back there. So the battle's basically panning out the way it did in real life. I love the chip pulls. Can't get enough of that. I know I've said it once already, but the chip pulls, they add confusion. They've helped the Union, and they've helped the Confederacy. Holmes got both of his draws before I was able to open up Jackson a little bit. So all Holmes basically could do is set up back here. Because at the time, all these hexes were full with Jackson's people. So I wasn't able to do a nice command swap there. So basically what I'm going to end up doing this turn is bring up Holmes into these positions here and make it very difficult for Sherman, who basically not doesn't have much of a brigade left to do something. So it's been interesting. It's been interesting. We'll see how it pans out, and we'll go from there. So that's it for now. Yeah, it looks like Evans is out on a limb right here, but with Burnside being in his position, it's not really the case. There's nothing they can really do. A couple of disorganized guys right there that Burnside's been trying to reorganize. So he's got 2 regiments there. 1 disorganized regiment there. And actually, this is 1 regiment. It's just A and B. And 1 regiment here, A and B. So, yeah, he's in bad shape. 2 Rhode Island, 1 Rhode Island, 2 Rhode Island. They're gone. So, yeah, they're not much left. Not much left. Actually, I could have spread them out, and I could probably go over there and give them some of them to make them uncollapse. But by the time that happens, it's going to be over. They got separated somewhere along the line. So, all right, we will see you guys next time. This is Red Badge of Courage by Richard Berg, Roger McGowan, put out by GMT Games, and this is the first bull run, and we're getting close to the latter turns, and the heat of the day's over. Oh, yes, one thing to note, I did push hard with Bartel over here, so he now has 1 fatigue on him. But I decided to exploit the opportunity and get the guns, and I may pay for that, but I think all in all, it was worth the extra effort. Now Howard's got to go through them, and it was the final push that put Wilcox out of play. So anyway, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining me, and you all have a great night.